Well, here's an interesting little tidbit concerning the DC films. DC release dates change. Black Adam, The Flash, Aquaman 2, Shazam 2. So this is all DCEU films, which currently the Batman is not a part of. Yeah. Anyway, the Cosmic Book News here has our little schedule. So DC Super Pets, which I've never had any interest in, although it is of some interest that Keanu Reeves is Batman in that movie. But anyway, that's moving from May 20th to July 29th. Black Adam moves from July 29th to October 21st. So I had to make room for DC Super Pets, but everything's getting pushed to later. And I don't know if there would be any more reshoots or anything like that for Black Adam. But it's a bit of a distance here for them to move all the way to October. But anyway, there's the deal. The Flash now moves from November 4th, which that would have been interesting. And I was wondering if there would be anything mentioning in the Black Adam movie that could lead to what the Flash movie is going to do to the DCEU. It's going to change it quite a bit. But it's moving all the way to next year in June 23rd. So, gee, I wonder what that's about. Meanwhile, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom moves from December 16th all the way to March 17th, 2023. But this now makes The Flash the final film, which Matt McClellan talks about here on his site. I think that's certainly key. And that's a movie they're probably going to reshoot to death all the way to the bitter end. And that might be a good thing, because some of the ideas that are leaking out about what it's supposed to do, I don't care for at all. And if they're going to fix some of that, that would be for the best, provided it does that. But overall, it means Aquaman can pretty much maintain what it is, since the rebooted DCEU hasn't happened yet for whatever the time warp shenanigans that the Flash gets into in that film would be the final film out of this series of DCEU films. So Aquaman will come out first, and then you'll get the Flash, and then after that, well, a lot of things are going to be different in some form or fashion. Most notably, Superman and Batman, I think, will be the main differences. If they stick with their plan, there won't be a Superman and Batman. There'll just be Supergirl and Batgirl. Or something else. So anyway, Wonka, who cares? Shazam, Fury of the Gods. Now this is one that must be complete and probably doesn't have any need for reshoots, or they might want to shoot some stuff connecting it up with Black Adam a little more. But nevertheless, it's moving up from its original date, so it's the only one that's going to be earlier than later. So originally it was supposed to be in June 2nd, 2023, to now December this year. So in Christmas time, there'll be Shazam. Meg 2, The Trench. Well, that's interesting. I never saw the original Meg, but it has the title The Trench. I wonder if that no connection to the spin-off of Aquaman, The Trench, that they were supposed to do as a horror film. That got the axe. So I don't think it has anything to do with it. So there you go. Well, there's any number of things. Some concerns about what direction the DCEU will be going into following The Flash, and they might want to work on that some more. There's Aquaman and the whole mess with Mera. And they might want to reshoot that to lessen the amount of Mera in there, or just completely recast it. I don't know if they would do that. There is time actually to do it, depending on how much scenes she had anyway, and to avoid the looming disaster that's going to be. It's a good possibility that's the deal. It might just be that the scenes will be much shorter than they would have been, or replaced and recast, So that'll be interesting to watch. But certainly this plays a big deal. And Aquaman, there's going to be concern in wanting to protect it because that was their first superhero billion-dollar film, at least out of the DCEU era. So you don't want to ruin that, you know. So yeah, there's something going on there, but I think also the Flash film probably is needing some work, which I'm hoping, because I don't like what's leaked. Hopefully the leaks are proven false, so it's not as bad as it might be. But well, we'll see. And since then, Spider-Man came out, so now they got to look at that, since it's both kind of the same idea, you know, even though, like I said, DC was the pioneer in multiverse stories for superheroes, but, well, Marvel beat them to it this time around. So why the change is currently unknown, and he goes in and thinks, well, they also they got to deal with Marvel going to be out at the same time, and don't particularly want to put up their movies up next to it because Marvel's still king, you know, despite having some really god-awful movies last year, except for Spider-Man. Spider-Man was, you know, the big winner. But those other ones, geez Louise. And hopefully Doctor Strange is good. Oh, I'm hoping it's good. And they reshot that one to death. They reshot the whole damn movie. Sounds like. Thor has all the makings of being a disaster. Hopefully not, but either way, it won't be a Thor movie. It'll just be some sort of comedy. And Black Panther, well, who knows? I don't know. Avatar, don't care. Never liked the original. Thought it was crap. So, don't care about any of that. So yeah, that was the second update he had. The first one was that insiders and the Hollywood Reporter, the reason for the release date changes because COVID delayed visual effects on some of the films. Thus, I'm having a hard time buying that one. No, I don't think so. So anyway, there's Aquaman on the throne. Oh, they should have shut the door. Oh, well, here we go. That's, yeah, the movie. And The Rock said, hey, man, it's got to be a little delay and all that. So, you know. So, we'll see how that turns out. It could be actually good news if they're fixing problems. Certainly in the case of The Flash. But other than that, don't really know. Well, yeah, the Marvel competition is a big reason, too. So there you go. That's probably more or less what's going on there.